What's up everybody, I am Unknown Silent. Today we're going to be doing Gear Dungeon 2, Stage 13, using Lady Mina to kill both physical clones. First person I'm going to place is Lady Mina in the top right, then Numera below her facing to the right, and Orin at the bottom facing to the right. Turning on the auto ults, I have certain people turned off. I'll show you that once I have everyone placed, so you know who I have turned on and who I have turned off. Next person we're placing is Lily. She's going to give Wings of Grace buff to our Numera, and she's going to heal our Lady Mina. Then Diao Chan to give Wings of Grace buff to Orin, and Inspiration to everyone around her. We're going to let this clone get all the way to Numera before we ult with it, just to make sure that she has all of the cataclysm stacks up, and so that our ult can kill it straight away. Now that we have enough cost, we can place Ares on the left hand side facing upwards to kill the archers when they spawn, making sure that his attack is right up where they spawn. Now that I have most people placed, I'll show you this, because this is everyone that I've turned off. Orin's Lord ability is turned off, Numera's ult is turned off, Lady Mina's turned off, and Diao Chan is turned off so that she stays in inspiration mode. Everybody else will be on all ults. I'm going to place Airless to make sure that Ares has Wings of Grace buff. And now we're going to focus on Lady Mina. Lady Mina's timings are very important here because we're not doing a pickup removal strategy. This is permanent deployment. No one needs to be removed, no one needs to be placed again. So we're going to look for the red mist below the Volca boss. And right as we see it, we're going to ult Lady Mina. Now that both these clones have been got, they're going to die to Lady Mina's ultimate, and we can place Magda behind our Ares on the left hand side. We're going to wait for Mina's ult to come back. There's going to be an archer that spawns in the same row as Numera, and right as we see it hit our Lady Mina, we want to be able to ult with her. You can spam the ult like I do, or you can just wait for it to say 100 and hit it as fast as you can. I just spam it a bit, makes sure that I hit it as fast as I possibly can that way. We're just waiting at the moment for this magical clone on the right hand side. Once it starts moving, we'll be ready with Numera ult. We need to kill this clone as fast as we can, because the faster we can kill this clone, the earlier we can use our Mina ult. So I'm going to ult with Numera now, and then I'm going to ult with Mina about a second later, just to make sure that she ults and doesn't hit that clone. If she hits the clone, it's going to get healed. But we want to ult early enough that we can get it back for the physical clones that spawn after. There's the first physical clone. We're going to have to pay attention to this one because the ult is very, very close here. So we're going to use Orin's Lord ability here to slow it down once it's in Mina's range. That way she has more time to get her ult back. Once we're at about 90%, I am just going to spam Mina's ult just so that we get it off in time. And now both clones have been caught. That is the last hard part of the stage done. Both these physical clones are going to die. Now all we have to worry about is the magic clones that come up next and the group of enemies. This one guy here won't be a problem. We'll kill him either way. I am going to use Numera ult here to kill this archer, just so that Lady Mina doesn't die. That way she can be ready to kill the next group of enemies that spawn up. Magic clones can go on by. I'm going to throw some ×2 now because there's nothing too difficult to do here. Just got to let the magical clones die. I'm going to ult this one with Numera once it's taken a little bit more damage. Numera's now going to kill it. And then I can ult Lady Mina to kill the group of enemies at the top. Orin's going to kill the last two guys at the bottom. Might as well use his ability here just to speed it up a little bit. That's the run done. Very easy run. The timings on Mina are difficult to get used to, but once you've done it a few times, it might take a few attempts, but you'll easily get this stage done using Lady Mina. I'm going to go over the gear now so you understand how strong some of these characters are built. Some of my awakenings are high. My Eris is A5. I have done it with him at A1, so please don't be deterred from trying it with a lower awakenings on some of these heroes. Lady Mina's gear is very important. She needs some speed and some rage regen. She has 44% on my account. Given her 2 pieces that have rage regen on them. One of them is a ring. She does not need a faction exclusive ring because A, giving her the Northern Throne one won't really help unless you need the HP. And giving her the Pierces one is air damage. Nothing is flying in this stage. So give her the best ones that you have that are crit damage main stats. She has crit damage main stat across the board, which is really, really helpful. And rage regen on her weapon because I didn't need that extra crit damage. Quads on quite a bit of the gear. It's very good gear. Her artifact is well upgraded. I haven't got a great roll on the runic gem though. So whatever you can get, try and get better. Numera, another really, really important person to have in good gear. If you have enough Hell Cement, put her in Hell Cement gear with quads. For me, she's in mostly Cataclysm with 1 HP stat on one of them, on 2 of the pieces. This just makes sure that she doesn't die to the clone, because the clone does hit her. And if it one hits her, the stage will be over for you. By all means, give her full quads. That just means replacing the HP with flat attack. I don't have a full quad on the ring. I do have one available to me on the amulet, but I'm not using it because it just makes it a little bit easier to keep her alive with the HP rolls. Shattered Hilt, always have her in a Shattered Hilt. It's got a really nice roll. Make sure that the damage is high enough. Orin is our next most important unit, I would say. He's in Hell Cement. I think he's in full quads all the way across the board, except for the ring, because I don't have one, unfortunately. It's very good gear. I'm using him in the Eye of Sin. It's mainly because I ran out of Hate's Contagion. If you have more copies of Hate's Contagion, put him in Hate's Contagion. 2 people that did not matter are my Iovar. He's in gear, doesn't matter, so he's just auto-equipped, and you merit. One is a Lord, one is just there for the unnameable buff that they give. I have him at A2. If you have Ajax at A2, bring him instead. Lily, very important to have her with enough speed and HP. The archers hit her, so she does need to stay alive. I've got her about 27,000. If you can have her at more, by all means, I could easily re-roll this piece of gear and have her much higher in HP. Attack and hit speed are then her next most important stats. Making sure that she attacks fast enough so that she heals, making sure she has enough attack is that she can then, of course, heal for a big enough number. She's an attack-based healer. Euphoric Orb on her, that just mainly so that I could give speed boost to Numera and Lady Mina, because Lady Mina's amulet gives her rage regen on her attacks. Eris, good gear, quite a bit of rage regen. He doesn't need that much rage regen, it's just that I'm out of quads, and these are then the next best pieces I had. Very nice Watchguard ring, helps a lot with killing the bosses. And then the Hate's Contagion that I showed you guys earlier. Diao Chan is built like anyone else would build her. Full attack bonus. Try and get her attack as high as you can. She doesn't need any speed. So just make sure that her attack is very high, so that the buff she gives is bigger. I have a very good copy of her artifact. If you don't, just run a lower level one, or just you're just going to be unlucky on that case. It's a very good artifact, and if you don't have it, focus on getting it. Airless is the last one we're going to take a look at now. She's got Light's Grace on. I focus 3 stats when I go to Airless. It's attack bonus, attack speed, and HP bonus. That way she doesn't die, and that way she's a great healer. Her attack speed is important on every healer you build, so make sure their attack speed is nice and high. I'm going to leave you guys there. I hope you guys get the stage done. And I'm going to leave you all with a nice big question. Who is your favorite designed character in the game? For me, it has to be Ivar.